Rob's got a new album out, which was hand delivered,
Yes.
which was amazing. And I did my very first ever review.
The review was really good.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, man.
Yeah, it was really, really good. I was really
I was
impressed.
supposed to be saying that the album was really good.
No, you did. No fairness. No fairness. It was a really good review. Yeah,
It
thank
was very good, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get him to do reviews for fucking 3 years, and and then he just pulls one out of his backside out of nowhere. He's, I've done a review today. Like, thanks very much.
No problem.
Yeah, I'm still a bit gutted. I'm going to miss the launch down in HMV, mate. But like I said,
Yeah, well, it is what it is. Like, we've got a massive plan for next year anyway, so there's loads of chances to see us live. We got Nine Valley next week, which is going to be a big one. Yeah, it's I think it's a 3-day festival. There's a lot of prog in the festival, which works quite well for us because there's elements of prog in our stuff.
Mm.
So yeah, it was. I think one of the big prog bands is Caravan. Have you heard of them?
I've heard of them. Yeah,
never listened to them, to be honest, but I've heard of them. And there's a couple of others. There's two guys in a band called Renegade from Dare.
Okay.
Because the guy from Dare was in Thin Lizzy, wasn't he, for a very short stint.
Yeah.
So they do. I think they do Thin Lizzy covers. I think.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, we're going down to see them because me and my missus went to see Dare, Triqueto, and Heat at Chepstow Castle a couple of weeks ago, which was great venue to have a gig.
Yeah.
It's superb.
Yeah, I've not been to Chepstow. I've been to Cardiff.
Mm.
But, these use Mr. Sprinkles as well now.
Hello, gentlemen.
How
Now
we
I can
doing?
do this.
Hello, Sam. How are you?
Before we
Right,
do start, we didn't get you sacked, did we?
Sorry?
I said we didn't get you sacked in the end.
No, I've still got the job, just about.
Good.
Oh, dear.
That's
Did
good.
any of your school pupils watch it?
I really hope not, because they're like 8 years old.
Yeah, so Sam's a school teacher, and what we didn't cover last time in our podcast was nobody's business really. So I did. What was really funny was I messaged Adam and I said, if you need us to take anything out, mine, and we'll edit it because we don't want Sam to lose his job. And he came back and said, leave it in there. I reckon it'd be funny.
Yeah. Don't forget them. Hi, Rob and Ian as well. Hi, as well as Dave.
They do it right.
Well, we got Ian from Gallagher's Green. Oh, he keeps going in and out.
Yep, hang on a second. There you are. How are you doing?
Yeah,
Awesome.
we're all good. We've got Sam from The Bad Day. And we've got Rob from The Autumn Killers. So we're going to have a bit of fun today.
Yeah.
Just waiting for John. John will be joining us in a minute as well. I'm trying to find him.
Okay.
Yeah, give a sec.
Okay.
We've changed our name now, by the way.
Yeah. Why? have
We're
you
not
dropped-
The Autumn Killers anymore.
we
You're
dropped
just,
the-
No,
you're
we're just Autumn Killers.
just Autumn Killers.
So we could just abbreviate it to AK as well. So
Okay.
Oh, nice.
but even shorter
Yeah.
Yeah, but then... Yeah.
because tack sounds a bit tacky.
Okay.
Yeah, but not very many people say the in bands anyway, do they? The bit.
Well, it used to be. Well, apart from the.
Yeah, the yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
every band had or lots of them did anyway. Didn't
Yeah, the 80s bands, a lot of them had the in the name, didn't they?
yeah, but I don't know.
It comes in waves, I think, doesn't it? It comes in waves where it's popular and then it goes out again. I'm thinking like the
One
Beatles,
of the tracks on our album.
then it dips out with Led Zeppelin and Jimi Hendrix, then it's back in with like those at the 80s, and yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose. I suppose so. So, what's been happening anyway this week? Any news?
Who are you directing that at?
Anyone? This is like a free for all. So, did any of you see or smell the phosphor cloud that came over from Iceland? Did you have any whiffs of it?
No.
Because we did over here.
Thankfully.
Ooh.
We had to shut all our windows and everything. It fucking stunk.
Wow.
It was really, really bad. And because we just went to bed, he was like, "What's that smell?" And it's like, "Have you been eating eggs again?" And I was like, "No." And so we were like, really had to shut all the windows, put the air conditioning on, because the window was only open. We only smelled it for about 5 minutes, and then my wife was coughing all night. Really bad. Yeah.
It's not good.
No, I did read about it, and there was some places in the UK that were complaining about it, but didn't have anything on the rolling Welsh hills. We were nice and fresh.
Yeah, it was way flat over here, aren't we? So
yeah.
Well, I was supposed to be going to Iceland in April, but I sort of collapsed on stage, so didn't end up going, which is quite funny. Wasn't a time. Well, I was suffering from severe indigestion on the day, and because I play bass and sing, you can imagine my bass was pushing against my stomach. I was trying to exhale to sing at the same time, and I'd taken a couple of tablets from some people and some painkillers and all shitloads of all sorts. And apparently there was a paramedic in the audience, and she said she just saw my color just drop like that.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the second song, the guys just looked at me and said, "Oh, we got to stop this," and I just fell off the stage.
Hats off to you. I think it's rock and roll. So yeah.
But
I'm just jealous that I haven't got a cool injury like that. I sprinted my leg once and twisted it because I was dancing around like a pillock and I hadn't warmed up. That's when I realised I'm over 30 now, and it only goes downhill from here.
You got to go on stage.
Over 30.
I'm over 50, mate. So
yeah, but yours is cool. You're blacking out on stage. I'm just like, oh, the leg. Oh dear. Put the harmonica down for a second, chaps.
It was quite good though. The paramedic liked our music, so she's following the band now. So it's quite cool.
That's nice.
That's the way to get fans. Is a bit excess and a bit extreme, Rob. But
yeah, I while I was in the ambulance, she was giving me morphine. I was going, "Follow us, Autumn Killers," and I was like, "Ah."
You all right, John?
Have you ever had a stage injury?
Yeah, I've had loads.
Oh, he's connected to you. Ian, can you hear us?
I thought I'd try and bring you.
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry. I've never had a stage injury. Well, I suppose it was a self injury because I was just too pissed to even carry on playing. I'll never forget it. I was playing at a covers band, and a mate of mine kept bringing me beers over and leaving them on the side. Before I'd finished them, we'd take that beer and leave another one. So I never actually finished the beer. So can't even tell you how much I drank, but there was a lot. And I remember playing Sweet Home Alabama on the bass, and I was about half a second behind everyone else. And I knew I was. I could hear that I was, but I just couldn't catch up. And then the next thing I remember, I just woke up at home the next morning, and apparently I fell backwards over the guitar player's arm, smacked my head, and I was gone. I had to be poured in a taxi and sent home. So, bit of a self-inflicted injury, really. And you know what? I'd never done that before. I'm usually like pretty decent. I'll turn up and be sober at gigs and all this kind of stuff. So because I just did it once, no one ever mentioned it. Everyone was just like, you know what? You've played your joker. That's it.
Brilliant.
I literally can't drink before going on stage. Any alcohol, because I would literally just forget everything. It's hard to
why I'm drinking now.
But I'm sober.
Just forget where you are altogether. It's like,
yeah. Well, I remember
this looks bad now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I remember we played a festival a couple of years ago, and one of the bands on the festival was the Dark of My Horizon. I don't know if you've heard of them. They play everywhere, and it was their guitarist's birthday, and they just got him absolutely. And he doesn't know what he was playing, but he was just leaning against the speakers for the whole gig because he couldn't stand up properly. And he went to press one of his pedals and just went ass over tit and went upside down, and his pedals were on top of him, and that's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Crazy.
Bad, isn't it? I think you make that mistake once, don't you?
Yeah.
Has everyone seen the video of Slash trying to play Sweet Child of Mine, but he's too pissed to even manage it?
No.
It's,
Oh
it's
no, I need to
embarrassing.
look that up later. I'm writing that down.
Yeah. It's honestly, it sounds like I'm playing it. It's really bad, and it's just you learn that lesson.
I saw that one where that guy jumped on him on stage.
I've not seen it yet.
Haven't you seen that
Yeah.
one? The Slash is there and he's playing his guitar, and like this guy just runs at him, knocks his guitar out of tune and everything. The
Oh,
guitar
no.
goes flying. He just picks it up, carries on playing. It's cool as fuck.
Wow.
Can you boys, can you
Johnny
boys
in
hear
the
me?
chat?
Yeah,
there he
yeah.
is.
You're in.
Hey, John, you all right, mate?
Fucking hell, what a day. me and technology, I'm not fucking good at it. How are you keeping, boys?
It takes me half an hour to do
We're all
anything.
good. We're all good. How are you doing?
Yeah, good, pal, good. Looking forward to the gig on Saturday, so it'll be nice to get out and play live again, you know.
Where are you playing?
Royal Air Force Bryce Norton. They've got like it's for the troops, sort of for the families, like a welfare kind of day.
Okay.
So obviously, I'm out of the RAF now, but Ian's still serving, so he managed to get us on the bills. Nice big pro stage and pro sound system and stuff. So
It's gonna be good.
That's weird. My uncle used to work there years ago. He was in air traffic control.
Oh,
Nice.
at Bryce Norton.
Yeah, years ago.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah. It's a nice part of the world, like.
Yeah. Very
Small
cool.
world,
Nice
see?
one,
Small world.
Yeah.
So,
So have
I didn't.
you guys ever played on at a show together or been at a festival together or anything?
Don't think I've had the
so.
pleasure. No.
No?
Don't know.
Not yet.
Sounds
Oh,
like
yeah.
a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get us all on at the same time.
Yeah, do it.
Well, actually, that's what we're trying to do now because we're trying to make this a bit of a social. Well, I said it's like more of a social experiment because it could go all terribly wrong. Do you know what I mean? But we want to try and bring people on and let people meet each other, and maybe you can all do something in the future down the road, you know.
Brilliant
And
idea.
you know, you can listen to each other's music. I mean, obviously, we're going to play a couple of videos today as well, and we'll start with. I think we'll start with "Welcome to the Show" from The Bad Day, and because I listened to your, because I didn't realize now you've gone in a sort of a different direction, Ian and John, have you? Because you've gone a little bit more countryish by the sound of your new video.
Well, the thing is, and this goes right back to the start of this band, we said we don't want to have every song sound the same. That's the biggest complaint you hear about bands who are doing their own music. Every song sounds the same. And between me and John, we probably cover every kind of genre that we listen to. So that kind of comes out in the music. Everyone who's listened to both the albums has said it's good. There's so much variety in the songs.
Yeah.
So if you can hear a bit of country in that, we'll take that all day. But that's probably the only one or two songs sound like that out of all three albums.
All right, okay. Because I said to David earlier before you came on, I was like, oh, they've gone in a bit of a different direction because I thought they were like more of a rock band rather than a country band. But if it's only this one or two songs, then
and then the next song that comes out sounds like something that could have come from Oasis. So we like to mix it up a little bit and just kind of pay homage to all the genres that we love. Well, the timing's brilliant. Yeah, timing's so good.
And we have got a Gallagher on the show.
But that's the thing with our stuff. Ian's obviously an indie kid. I like punk. I like Americana or country, and it all comes out. But I think we're actually bouncing off each other because one of the tracks on the first album, "Bad for My Soul," that Ian wrote, is a punk song. And the next single that's coming out, the Oasis-y sounding one, I come up with the initial idea for that one, and Ian's the indie kid. But I think that's always a good thing when you can see that you're bouncing off each other and giving each other ideas, because a lot of the stuff is straight up like hard rock. But on the next album, we're going back in November to do the third album, and we've got a keys player now, we've got a couple of piano ballads, and it's I'm the same as Ian. Like if I stick on an album and it all sounds the same, it bores me a little bit. I want it to take you on a little sort of adventure.
We love our album, man.
Yeah. Are you the same?
Oh, we're all over the place.
Good. Yeah, it's
well, to be honest, the three of you are.
Yeah.
Because Sam's band was originally the Bad Day Blues band, but they dropped the blues.
and become heavier.
They've become a lot, well, not a lot heavier, but heavier. And Rob's is going more electronic, if you like, because they were originally a rock band. So the three of you are quite different now.
Yeah, because it's so different to your original band, Rob, isn't it? Reese.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lunar,
yeah, totally.
Lunar
Although the new album has got quite a bit of heaviness in it as well.
Yeah.
Even though it's got all of the synths and you know the drum pads and everything else, it's still got a real sort of crunchy guitar on there.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's some good guitar solos in there, which I do enjoy as well. So it's good.
Well, there was hardly any on Dark.
I know, and I do enjoy guitar. So
I think there was one on Dark Side, I think, and that was it. But yeah, well, we've even got a song on the new album that's got no guitar on it. Which is, you know.
Oh, is there no guitar on there at all?
Yeah, there's a song called Smile on the album, and we spent 3 months trying to put guitar on it, and just nothing sounded right. So we just thought, fuck it, we'll just leave it off.
Okay.
Rob, you can do that to my guitar player. There's $10 in it for you, mate.
Well, I'm going to try and do this now because I tell you I'm really rubbish at doing stuff. So I'm going to try and share the screen if I can, and then we'll have a listen to. Oh, here we go. Then we'll have a listen to The Bad Day. But I got to sort of I got to mess this up now. But keep talking a minute.
No, we're all watching you now.
Don't watch me.
We're all fixed to your little square.
No pressure.
I've got it all lined up, and now I'm just going to mess it up, I think.
It's interesting when you say you've taken, or you've got that song with no guitars on it, because I only noticed about 2 years ago that Don't Look Back in Anger has no rhythm guitar on it.
Okay.
Every Oasis song has rhythm guitar all over it, and then you listen to Don't Look Back in Anger, it's got the piano intro, and then it's just lead guitar, bass and drums. But no one ever notices. It's weird.
You look at Queen with Radio Gaga. There's no guitar on it right until the end of the song.
Really?
There's no guitar on the song at all.
Crazy.
You've got to go. The only guitar on Radio Gaga is right at the end of the song as it fades out.
I'll have to check that.
Yeah.
You just got to go with whatever suits the song, really, haven't you? Yeah. Whatever serves the song best. And if that means leaving the guitar off, then you've got to go with it.
Yeah. And it works quite well because the song is actually more surrounded around the bass line anyway. So the bass line is the sort of hook of the song, and obviously the chorus as well. But, you know, it doesn't, you don't notice the guitar's not there, which is good.
Yeah, no, if that's what works, then that works.
Yeah, exactly. It works.
Right, I'm going to have a go with this, right?
Go on in.
Because I'm not going to die.
I'm embarrassed going first, but thank you. It's so bad. So I'm just laughing at the singer's tattoo. Adam got like his bass player there. He got a bass clef on one side, and the guitar was like, "Yeah, you get the bass one, and I'll get the treble on the other side." And we got the bass one done. It's like, "Nah, you're right. I'm not gonna get the treble on mine." But so years later, he's got the other one done on the other side. Yeah.
You guys do the video?
Who made the video? Sorry.
Did you make the video?
Adam, the lead singer, he loves all his music and stuff like that. Yeah. That's obviously the best bit, but
Class.
Nice.
Yeah, that's got a little touch of Americana to it, like a bluesy kind of
totally. It was interesting.
bluesy kind of vibe as well. Really good.
I picked up something on the melody
Yeah.
that sounded a bit like the beautiful South.
Oh, cool. I'll take that as a compliment. Yeah.
I don't know how. It was just there was something in the way the vocal lines went. It sort of sounded like one of the beautiful South songs.
Oh. You have to remind me which one it is, and I'll look it
Yeah,
up.
I'm trying to think. It was one of their famous ones.
Oh, the beautiful South.
Yeah.
Jennifer.
Yeah, I know who they are.
Yeah.
Oh,
There was something in the vocal melody that sounded a bit like them.
Yeah.
It was hard not to sing along to it, I gotta be honest then. Because everybody, I could see everybody watching, and I thought, yeah, keep quiet.
Yeah, that's good. Really good.
Because-
I've been really lucky. I've seen the guys
Yeah.
at Planet Rock. So that was probably the year before last.
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
And then 2 years before that, then I saw Rob Salt and Killers in Planet Rock as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
because the album is from is a concept album, isn't it, Sam?
The first one was, yeah, and then we did the first album was a concept song, so just
On the Lion in a Boat, the concept album as well.
that was the second one that you heard that from. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it came out as one. It was mostly Adam sort of songwriting and then us putting riffs on top, and then everybody said that's more of a concept album than the first album. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. But I still like the first album. So what we did is that the first album had no stops in it, so it was 15 minutes with about 5 songs, but no stops. So all the tracks flowed into each other, which I still really, really like as an idea, because it meant you had to sort of listen to it like a vinyl or something like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I was thinking about what Rob was saying about how you use certain instruments in certain places, because it's weird being a harmonica player. Sometimes guys will play a song and I just go, what the hell is that? A harmonica does not fit there. You know, write something that's bluesy or rocky, because that's kind of where it fits naturally. Maybe a bit of country stuff and what have you. But if it doesn't fit, then I have rehearsals where I'm just sort of sat there like going for about 20 minutes. But that song, there's a very subtle, almost synthesizer keyboard sound at the bottom. That's because I discovered those pedals and toys things to try and make my harmonica sound like a bit like a keyboard or a synthesizer.
Yeah.
There's a very soft bit of that going on in the background, but it's funny how you have to adapt to what other people are playing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And where you fit in. That's always a weird dynamic. And it often makes me think, because I'm a teacher, at how children interact and how you make friends at school. I often have rehearsals where I'm like, I wasn't allowed to play today because they didn't let the harmonica in, and it's like, it's not fair, they're bullying me. And I think, no, actually, you have to figure out where you're going to sit in that, and if a harmonica doesn't fit, find a gizmo that makes it sound like something else, or if you don't want a guitar on that, put some keys on there, put a synth on. It's weird.
Yeah. It's like,
sorry, I revealed a lot about my insecurities there.
No, that's cool.
No, it must be difficult because you're basically taking a guitar part, really, aren't you?
Yeah. Nick and I bounce off each other a lot quite well.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
enough
that's
about
cool.
me. I want to hear Rob, Ian, and John.
Ian and John.
I was just going to say that the harmonica worked really well. You weren't sort of stepping on anyone else's toes with the vocal
No,
or the guitar lines, and it give it a Stonesy kind of blues vibe. With fucking, it sounds amazing. Really, really good, mate.
Thanks, John.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
and obviously with Adam doing the videos stuff and that, because
he loves it. He loves it.
I think the harmonica give it that sort of Southern American vibe.
Yeah, Americana thing.
Yeah.
So do you want to listen to a Gallagher's Green?
Yeah.
It was To Be
Yes,
With
please.
You, wasn't it, Ian?
What's that? Sorry.
To Be With You.
To Be With You, yeah. That's our current one that's out there doing the rounds.
All right, let me have a go with this again and see if I can fuck it up again. Because that's the kind of guy I am. All right, tell me if you can hear it. Yes.
Great.
Love that.
You see where I got the country vibe from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
quite as cool a video as on the stage as the last one, but you know,
No.
that's in the rehearsal room. That is the biggest pain in the ass to get to of any room on planet Earth.
All right.
Like all rehearsal rooms.
It looks a really nice rehearsal room. Though.
Yeah.
It is.
It's owned by a guy. It's run and owned by a guy called Chris Pierce, and he's one of the sort of top sound engineers in Manchester. He's sound engineer for the Carpets and the Blossoms and the K's and fucking everybody. But he's such a lovely, down to earth bloke. And when we recorded that, obviously that was on that's remastered. We've remastered the first album, and when we brought out the first album, we gave him a copy, and we asked him, "Oh, what was your opinion?" He goes, "The songwriting's there, but he said the drums are shite. Basically, they're very high school. So basically, we paid more than we paid the first time to get it remixed, remastered, get the drums replaced. So on that, the original drums were just oh god, they were awful. But now that's like I think it's called a train beat, and it's just pure Americana. So yeah, and the last time we were on Just Chopsing, I watched the interview the other night.
Oh, did you?
And you guys were so nice because you were like, yeah, it's quite raw sounding. It's quite a live album, isn't it? and I was like, fuck, these guys are being really nice here. And I was trying to lie to myself, saying, yeah, man, we went for that 4 guys in a room, that punk rock ethos, that live.
Yeah.
No, we were never happy with it. Obviously, the songs we were happy with, but now that it's been remastered, and we're slowly re-releasing it, we're really, really happy with it, and it's now sonically up to the same standard as the second album.
Okay.
Yeah, we're very, very happy.
Because
you guys were very, very. You guys were very, very. You give us a pass when you interviewed us. It was, yeah, it's quite raw. Will the next one be a bit more produced? I think you said. Very funny watching that back, but yeah, we're very happy, very happy.
Good, because you didn't have a keyboard player before, did you? In the first album.
That is Dr. Rich Rainbow. He is actually a doctor. He's just joined our little motley crew, and he's amazing. He's programmed everything into his keys. He's got Hammond sounds, piano sounds, and each song he's got the production from both albums that you can't that's missing live, and his harmonies as well. It just takes us to another level. Whereas before we were like a raggedy ass sort of punky sort of band. He's just taken us to the next level. He's brilliant, and we got a new guitar player now as well.
Oh,
and he knows jazz chords and stuff, so he's just fucking.
They're not real chords, don't you?
I know they're just wrong notes.
I know lots of jazz chords as well.
Yeah, they're just wrong notes.
There's a Spinal Tap thing where they take the mick out of jazz. It's worth watching. It's like to play the wrong notes. It's not a thing.
They start talking about, and that's being taught in our schools. That's disgusting. But yeah, we're very, very happy. Ian and I's credit cards have taken a battering, but what else are we gonna do? We don't play golf, so what the fuck else are we gonna do with money? So.
That's it, isn't it? Well, the thing is with the keys player, it fills in the gaps, doesn't it? You know.
Yeah. Everything's just so tight and smooth, and the harmonies and the backing vocals.
He only came in because John's got a song that's going on album 3, and it's a piano-based song. I think, did you write it on guitar and it got transposed to piano, John?
Yeah.
And then someone played it, and so we've got a demo of it on piano, and then John fell out with that guy, so we don't speak to him anymore. But we've always known it's needed the piano. And then Jamie, the new lead guitar player, he says, "Oh, I've got a mate who plays." So we just thought we'll get this guy in the studio for that one song. Yeah. And he came along and played with us. He played it not for not perfect. He probably played it, he was playing better than us on the day by a long way. And he started playing on everything else. We had a jam with him, and we just said, "Look, do you want to join the band full time?" And we're lucky that he said he did. He really does. Yeah. Brings a lot to the party.
Pretty good.
Oh, nice.
It's like the second rehearsal. We were jamming out. There's an acoustic song, "Find Your Way Back to Me," on the second album. It's very Americana. That
was the first rehearsal, John. That was his first time he ever showed up.
Oh, was it? And he just started playing the chords, and straight away a song came out of it, and we come up with a melody and lyrics, and it's a fucking cracker.
It's a hell of a song.
So, yeah, and it was just like, when you write a song, like if you're just sitting there and it arrives, it's the most amazing feeling. And after that, we're like, right, we're not letting this guy go. So he's been kidnapped. He's ours.
Yeah, so his first rehearsal, he turned up. We got that new song, and it's so good that we've kicked a song off album 3 to put this one on. It was like, this has got to go on the album, because all the songs were written. The album was good to go, but we had to kick one off and went, right, we'll get rid of that and put this on. And then his second rehearsal, no one told him that we were recording a music video, so he just turned up. And like 10 seconds before the guy with the camera turned, I was like, "Oh yeah, we're recording a video today, so just play along to the song." He was like, "What?" So he's in at the deep end.
Yeah,
love it.
That's the best way sometimes. Way.
Sometimes. Absolutely.
Yeah,
so, definitely.
Great. That was good.
All right, cool. Yeah. Shall we have a listen to Rob then?
Yeah. Oh no.
You ready for this, Rob? Let's have a look. I'm getting good at this now. Look.
Showing off now. It's all going to go wrong.
Probably. Here we go.
I was never meant to hide on this roller coaster ride. It just lights a fear in me when I'm climbing up the wrong tree. Bang bang, I'm dreaming of the voice of you. Bang bang, I know. Just bounce. Just bounce. In the simple words of Christ, I ain't holy here tonight. I would get down on my knees, play guitar until it bleeds. Bang bang, I'm cleaning out the dirty truth. These hands are made for something new. If I told you once, I told you twice. I know. Just bounce. Just bounce. Just bounce. Just bounce. Just Bang bang, this time is rolling back at you. I stand and face up to the shots. Will just pull us back once again. I know. Just bounce. Just bounce. Just bounce. Just bounce.
Love that.
Very good.
Yo.
Very good.
Oh, Mr. Steve's with us as well now.
You do, but
Oh yeah.
Hello,
You
Steve. How are you doing?
All right. All right. Hey, enjoy that.
You can tell the quality of the videos has gone down and down with every video. Are you joking, Rob?
Uh,
I thought you'd been
Robert-
on a diet, mate. I don't know what's going on there.
what's that?
I thought you went on a diet.
I've lost 1.5 stone, mate.
Have you?
Yeah. Well, I was a lot heavier when I collapsed on stage in April.
All
So,
right. Yeah.
yeah, I lost 1.5 stone since then. Like,
All right. Okay.
yeah, so because I was nearly friggin' 19 stone then.
Oh, were you? You got that big?
Yeah,
Holy
really.
crap!
It's just non-stop eating.
Yeah, that's no good for you, is it? No wonder you collapsed. No wonder you said you were having trouble getting your base over your belly. Yeah. I don't know.
But I'm back on track now. So
man, good man.
I don't know. Every photos I see you on Facebook, you're in a restaurant.
I know.
But yeah, you're definitely enjoying yourself, buddy.
Well, my missus lives in London and she keeps getting invited to like Gaucho and these places and stuff, and you know, I gotta go.
Of course you have.
You're rude not to.
That's it, isn't it? That's it.
Can't hit that £100 steak, can I?
No,
No, definitely not.
definitely not. Like going to bloody Holland and £1 steak.
Well, yeah. The thing with the video as well, the drummer couldn't make it, so we had to sort of try and make it without the drummer.
That's why he's not in it then.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I
Yeah,
did see, because I seen comments on Facebook and they said, "Where's Graham?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, there's a story behind that, and he'll be in the next one."
yeah. He basically couldn't make it because he had to work. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
it's just
Oh.
one of those things, you know. He got offered overtime, and it was like double time or something, and you know, because he's living by himself and stuff, and you know, trying to run a place by
Gotta do
himself.
it.
He needed the money, so you know.
Yeah.
Well, there's a little bit of a change in the next video though, because I
You're not
got
on
a
it.
what's that?
You're not on it.
Yeah, my ass is on it. That's going to cover the whole screen. We've I've got a friend in London who used to work for a big talent agency in the 80s, and he knows quite a few people. So for our next video, which is going to be, I know Dave's here at the album, and that's going to be Black Heart. We've got this guy who done 3 videos for Adam and the Ants and 3 videos for the Spice Girls.
All right, okay.
So he's coming in to shoot the video for Black Heart, but it's going to be really dark, gloomy, horrible, lovely.
Well, that's what I said. So when I did the review, like John said earlier on, when you know with the albums, he likes being taken on a journey, and I really felt that with the second album because, like I said, there's some songs which are really upbeat, like Bounce.
Yeah.
And like Higher is quite a deep, thought-provoking song as well. So it does take you up and down a bit through the album because I listened to it start to finish. So
it flows really well because you start off with Bad Satellite 5, which is just manic. Because I'm even doing a rap on that, which is the first. Well, there's actually 2 songs that I'm doing a rap on, which also is Death Trap, but it works, you know. It didn't really work singing, so I thought I'd try something different, and it worked. But like you said, the album goes on like, you know, like a little journey, doesn't it? And it ends up with the epic Waves, which is 8.5 minutes long.
Yeah.
8.5 minutes.
Yeah.
You're going to do a radio edit for that so you can play it on radio because they always said 4 minutes on it or something.
You just have to play the intro. That's about it.
Ian, are you listening to this? Because I'm thinking I need to rap now on the third album. That's what.
Yes.
Do you remember we tried the spoken word thing one night, and those tapes will never see the light of day.
Yeah, because we've got I've got a recording of it. I've got a recording of it somewhere. John had a song, and I can't remember what Elvis song it is, but there's a little spoken word bit in it. And then he's going, that'll work in this song. So I was trying it, getting more and more pissed. So I left my iPad filming us, and we were trying different things. And it was like filming for 2 hours, smashed by the end. And we ended up abandoning the spoken word thing. I did the song. Was that Feel So Real, John?
I can't remember, mate.
I think it's one of them. And I have briefly looked back. I've still got the footage somewhere. And I've looked back at it. We're so drunk that I can't understand what I'm saying. I can't understand what John's saying. But in the moment, we could understand each other perfectly. We're like, and he's going, and we'd make things happen. We must have just been on the same wavelength completely.
Yeah. You guys were saying earlier about expense and stuff, how much things cost. Well, we recorded our album in Rockfield.
Oh yeah.
Not thinking about the cost before, and then we literally almost bankrupted ourselves.
We nearly went to Rockfield, didn't we, John?
Yeah,
was that right?
Yeah. We cancelled it. Yeah, we went to. Was that the first album? The second? I can't remember. Second album, maybe.
I can't remember, you know.
But yeah, we were going to go there. But yeah, it's easy, especially when you're doing remixes and remasters, and you're not happy with something. You bring it up. Everything costs.
Our album, because it cost so much to record in Rockfield, it ended up we didn't have enough money to mix it and master it, so the guitarist done it.
All right, yeah.
That is.
And you know, in all fairness, he'd done a really good job.
Yeah,
like when we back last year when we didn't release any new music at all, it was basically covers, wasn't it? As you know, Dave, because we were trying to get the songs together for an album because. With us, because there's so many working parts in the songs, it takes a long time to put them together, and we just fiddle around with them a lot. So it's sort of, I think it sort of made us go backwards to a certain extent last year because of releasing covers.
Mm.
And I think now we've had to sort of try and build things back up. It's a bit.
Well, that's what I
I've asked you
said.
this before. Hang on a minute, Dave. I've
Oh, I'm
asked you this
sorry.
before, Rob. When you're going to play live now, are you going to bring a keyboard in?
No. Although Duncan aesthetically now plays all of the keyboard intros.
All right, so you got a keyboard on stage.
And where so we got a keyboard on stage as well. So where there's parts where Duncan goes into keyboard parts where there's no guitar, he plays them all.
All right, okay.
So we still have the stuff in backing with the other bits and pieces, but all the bits where he's not playing guitar, he actually does physically go onto the keyboard and play the parts.
All right, okay.
Which it looks better as well.
Yes, yeah.
Is there an 80s influence in that? Is it called Bounce, that tune?
Yeah.
80s influence on that, is it?
Oh, there probably is. Yeah.
I was listening to it and I was thinking this could be in like an 80s film, you know, where they have a montage in the middle of the film and something's happening.
Yeah.
And I just imagine like Arnold Schwarzenegger just beating the shit out of people with that tune blowing in the background. Oh, this would be amazing.
Yeah,
Well,
like,
it could be
like Blade Runner or something like that.
Well, it's like straight out of Stranger Things, really, isn't it? That's all.
I know Dave has listened to the album, and like, you know, Waves, the last track on the album, a lot of people have said it sounds like something is it Vangelis or Vangelis or whatever would really it literally sounds like it could be in Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very 80s.
Yeah. There is a lot of 80s because I was brought, I'm 54. I was brought up through the 80s and stuff, and you know, like the guitarist, he was brought up on like David Bowie, Gary Newman, you know, all that sort of stuff. So, you know, there's a lot of 80s influences in the band. But we try and with the guitar song we try and, you know, make it a bit more gritty, so it's a bit more modern.
Yeah, I'm loving it. It's good. It's a great song. That I like that there's no let up at all. Me and John always talk about when we're writing songs or other people's songs. If the song starts meandering, you know, it just gets a bit repetitive, and it just turns me off instantly. You know, there's none of that. Same with yours, Sam. Just absolutely blasting you in the face all the way. Because as soon as that happens, that's when you know you've got to work something out with the song. And one thing I think me and John are really, really happy with. When we went back to remaster the first album, we could have changed any of the structures, anything at all, and we didn't want to change a single thing. It was purely the production, the sound that we changed. But I tell a lie, actually. We sped a couple of songs up, but none of the structures, nothing changed whatsoever. And we're quite happy with that. You know, that means the songwriting, we're doing that right. But we're very, very critical of each other in a good way. We'll make sure we'll say, what about that bit? And we won't put anything out there until we're completely happy with it.
Yeah.
But when we went into the studio with these songs, you know what it's like when you go into the studio, like everything changes. You think you got the everything perfect, and then you go in and like there was a couple of instances in a couple of the tracks where I changed the melody in the studio because I wasn't 100% happy with them. And like there was a couple of tracks, you know, when you were talking about melodies earlier and stuff, where and you were talking about spoken word, I've actually on a couple of the tracks in the verses, I've like done spoken word under my main melody. Like an octave lower almost.
Yeah.
And it works really nice.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was Duncan doing that. I wasn't sure whether Duncan was doing or whether it was Graham.
He's doing it live.
Yeah.
But it's quite hard for Graham. Graham has done backing vocals on the album, but it's quite hard for him to sing because he's playing to a click. It's quite hard for him to sing and play and listen to the click at the same time, as well as everything else that's going on in his head, like, you know. So it's, you know, if we could get him to sing live, it'd be great. But
I think Axel does that octave lower, Paradise City. Is that right?
Yeah, that's
I think Guns N' Roses, I think we tried it once, John, on a song, and it absolutely fell flat on its face. It didn't work.
Yeah.
Do you remember trying it?
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
didn't
yeah. Again, that was another cringe moment that will never see the light of day.
I don't know. We got to get some of these leaked tapes, I think.
Yeah.
Oh God, we record pretty much every gig, every rehearsal, and
Yeah.
we sit there and watch it back and critique each other. Like we're fucking ruthless.
Wow.
And I think that's why we got so tight so quickly and early on, because, and it's not being a dick, it's just, mate, like you might say, all right, John, knock the dad banter on the head. No one's here to fucking hear your dad jokes. Sing the fucking songs. And if you have some emergency banter because someone breaks a string, fair enough. But these are all things you have to learn.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and the only way you learn is getting out there and watching the crowd, seeing what's working. And I think that is the best advice I would give to anyone, is like, try and film your gigs and watch them back, because they say you're no good until you played 100 shows. But I think if you do that and play 25 shows, you're going to be streets ahead, because you're going to be saying that one doesn't work. Let's move that to this part of the set. Just hone in your live set till it's a really slick.
That was a
type
big
thing.
learning point as well. Just because a song, like, we've got our favourite songs or the ones we release as singles, we were like, yeah, put them in the set list. But we weren't necessarily doing them songs well live. And that caused some tensions. You know, people in the band were saying, this song is number one on our Spotify this week. We need to play it live tonight. But we weren't doing it justice. So it took some strong decisions to say, we're not going to play that. If people come and watch us and we nail the fucking gig, they'll go to our Spotify and find that song anyway.
Yeah.
So you've got to kind of like reverse engineer how you go about it.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny what works live and what works
Yeah.
in a studio is people listening on like a good like computer or whatever.
Mm.
Yeah, I think about that a lot. I'm like, really, that one? You guys like that one? I hate playing that. It's like, yeah.
It was
Oh,
all
no,
to do with how
about
your
both
set
of you
flows
guys.
as well, isn't it?
Huh?
It's all to do with how your set flows, you know.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I'm
And that's what we do. We hone it, and we call it the erection section in the middle, where we go to the ballady bits, and then we kick them back in the face and take them back off on a bit of an adventure. But you see the bit in the middle where girls are standing there and they're looking, and you can see.
Oh, that was going to be gold, and he broke up then.
Yeah.
We lost you for a second there, John.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
lost
you
it.
Sorry,
Just take us from
Did I-
girls are looking at you and
and I mentioned the erection section, and the screen went blank. Sorry, guys. Yeah, but yeah, I think it's all about just honing that set list and what works, and be brutal, because Ian and I are the primary songwriters, and neither of us want to go, yeah, I know you love that song, or it might even be, I love a song that maybe Ian's come up with, and he's like, that's not working. And you just have to be brutal and watch the stuff back in the cool light of day and go, yeah. And you will get to a stage where there's certain tracks probably won't see the light of day for a long time, but you'll end up with a really slick 30, 40 minute set list, or maybe even an hour, depending what sort of stage you're at.
Yeah. All right, very
I think
good.
it's all right.
That's true about gigs, though, because we never really film our gigs, because literally the three of us just turn up and jump on stage. So we should probably be a bit more organised, really.
Best advice. It genuinely is the best advice. And we can't wait to get back, because John flies over. We used to stay at my house. We get back. First thing we do is get a couple of beers and stick it on the telly and watch it back. And if we're doing a 30-minute like warm-up set, we've got back and watched it 3 times in a row and just gone, right, what's working here, what's working with that. It really is good to see. You do learn a lot about yourself.
And
Yeah.
And you quickly get past, like, there's nothing worse than you'll know this, guys, when you're the singer and everything turns to mush and you can't hear, and you're like, I have no fucking idea what key I'm in here, and you're watching it back and your toes are curling. But again, it's a case of, right, what are we doing wrong here? There's too much mid-range coming through, right? Go to single coils on that, or turn your guitar down a little bit, or fucking give me a root note on the high E string or something, just to get me back in. Do you know what I mean? These are all things that we've learned the hard way.
Yeah.
You know? But honestly, Ian bought a video camera and we just stick it somewhere. It's not going to get nicked. Obviously, we play in Manchester, so we've got to be careful. Just stick it somewhere, and it doesn't matter what it looks like. We might get a bit of content out of it, but it's basically just to sit there after and go, "No, mate, that's not working. Knock that on the head, or try this, or yeah. It's great. Yeah, definitely. That's what
we've got our first gig in Manchester next year, and it's
whereabouts it?
It's the After All Festival,
Oh, nice.
wherever that is.
We might see you there then. Might pop down.
Yeah, I'll let you know where it is. It's
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know where it is. I'll have to find out.
Yeah.
All I know, I said the guy bounced, and then he come back and said, "Oh, you're booked." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Nice.
We played some horrors. We had one in
that-
Kidderminster. It was just the sound engineer had one channel for my mic. And oh man, it was fucking awful.
I don't know if that means all the rest of the bands are there as shit or what.
Well, that's a chance you have to take, Rob.
Yeah, got to do it, don't you?
Well,
What about the guy? I won't name the venue because it's not fair. But we had I know John knows what I'm going to say. We had a sound engineer. He turned up about an hour late, so everything was rushed. He was carrying his skateboard that he turned up on, and he said the reason why he was late because he was stuck in traffic.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
he was a kid. I'll say that. No, I won't say the name of the venue. I nearly said the wrong one, but the one downstairs. But yeah, he turned up, little kid, and I thought, oh, he's either going to be fucking shit or a fucking genius, a child prodigy. And he had the skateboard. He went, yeah, I've had transport issues. and then he just halfway through the set fucked off, had a spliff, and the sound was going fucking awful. And my family had flown over to Manchester. We're finally going to come over and watch you. Our guitarist had just quit, so we were doing it as a 3-piece. So we were playing all the songs that we possibly could without lead guitar. Oh God! I just wanted the stage to fucking open up.
I remember once in my last band before this one, we were playing in Hull of all places. Well, I call it hell, really. But this guy turned up, this sound guy, and this guy was running the place. He said, "Oh, this is the sound guy who done Download." And I thought, "Oh, here we go." And we had the worst sound ever. It was absolutely horrendous. The onstage monitors were feeding back.
We've had some genius people and some fucking atrocious.
Well, I just hate it when the sound guy just goes away halfway through the set. It's like you're looking around and it's like, where the fuck has he gone now?
Yeah.
You know, anything can go wrong.
It's all too common that as well.
It is, yeah. And it's like,
or they're on their phone and you're trying to give them the stress. Mate, I can't fucking hear a thing, and he's just on his phone. And there was one day I was tempted to just go.
What John said, if he goes away during the middle of the set, that's during the erection section. So, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Well, we a couple of years, I think it was 2 years ago, we played Swansea Fringe Festival.
Oh, I've been to one of them, yeah.
And it was, I can't remember what venue it was in Swansea. It was upstairs in this little tiny venue. And the guy just packed up the sound unit and just walked out halfway through the set. We were like, where's he gone? It's like, literally gone. It's like, oh, this is really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I distrust the gig if it's normal. I think if there isn't a sound engineer doing something or somebody who's just a bit iffy or you're like, that could break at any minute, I don't think it's a normal gig.
No.
I did like how Jack, lead singer from The Distance, that same night, the skateboard guy, because we'd been on, and John was like trying to get through with it. And then the band after us, a band called The Distance, it was fucking around again, the sound guy, and Jack just stopped the set, just stopped everything, got on the mic and went, "Sound guy, you gonna do your fucking job or not?" Best thing you could have done, because he didn't leave after that. And I thought, that's the way to deal with people like this.
Yeah, well, they're getting paid to do a job, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Our first gig we played is the Autumn Killers. It was where was it? It was in Blackpool. I can't remember the name of the venue now. But yeah, it was the sound guy there. They had like an analog desk there, and as soon as he found out we were using elements of backing and stuff. Didn't want to know. Didn't want to.
Crumbled.
He was like, "Oh no, don't want to know." It was like,
Nah.
Couldn't fix it, I expect.
no, he didn't have a clue. He was just like, we had to. Our guitarist had to go to a guitar shop in Blackpool, Duncan, and buy some leads, so we had the right leads so that we connect to an analog desk.
Oh, right. Like,
And then the song we still had. Oh, it was the Waterloo, and then the song we had then was still shit. So we don't regard that as our first gig. We regard our first gig as the gig we had the next day, which was at Wildfire Festival.
Oh, okay. That was just a warm up for it then.
Which was great. Yeah,
Just delete that one from memory.
yeah,
Never
exactly.
happened.
Yeah, delete it. Yeah,
I don't blame you.
Wildfire was great. He was really accommodating. He knew what we was using. He had all the setup ready. Digital desk. Where you go.
That's
That's
why
one
we
of my
need to get you
favourite
all up the
festivals,
Patriot, see, because the sound engineers and the Patriot are all band members of the Black Lakes.
yeah.
Really?
So they all know what they're doing, yeah.
I just don't get on with Angela.
You've got to get on with it, but we'll get you up there. It's great sound up there as well. It's really good sound.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah, it's
reckon
a nice venue.
I reckon you guys would complement the Black Lakes as well. Because
I probably need to bite my lip with her a bit, to be honest. She's just had a few bad experiences with her in the past.
she's a nice girl.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she's a nice
Yeah,
girl.
she's
She is. We'll
she's
get you
nice
up
to
there.
general people, but sometimes she's not very nice to bands.
Ah, right, okay.
I don't know. They do.
I'm not in the band, so
What's that?
Where's
unless you need me to do the talk over section when you're playing live, if Duncan got a sore throat, I'll have a crack at that. What we'll do is we're doing a bit of a family Christmas party because Terry's coming over to Wales, which would be nice. And
Yeah.
we're going to do a bit of karaoke. So I think what we'll have to do is video me and Terry singing. We'll get you guys back on and you can critique our singing then.
Yeah, that'd be a good.
And you'd be like, fucking boys, why ain't you in a band?
Where's the erection section? What happened?
That happens beforehand.
I don't know. It might happen halfway through.
Which
I think that's what we're.
right.
I think that's what we're missing. We need a couple of sexy Welshmen as our backing singers just for that erection section. That's it, Ian. We'll get Grammys after that.
Well, we watched me and Steve. We watched South of Salem up in Steelhouse, and they had some sexy ladies dancing in the background.
All
I
right.
don't know how me and Terry will work out mine, but
Hey, Mike, you know,
We are.
South of Salem.
How come bands afford all this shit? We can't afford fuck all.
Well, they're married to him, aren't they? They're married to him.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah, Joey's married to. I can't remember her name. What's her name?
Lolly.
Yeah. So they're
Yeah, it was his
wives
wife
and girlfriends.
and a friend as well.
Ah.
So yeah,
So, so you need to get your girlfriend on there, Rob.
that's what you're gonna have to do it.
No. She does like the songs though. She know all the words.
Yeah. Well, me and Terry would be okay because we could get Steve's missus, Leanne, and my missus because
Yeah.
we went out drinking that one night. They were up on the dance floor, weren't they, busting
Oh,
moves.
God,
And
yeah.
we went out. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. There was nowhere to eat. We were just hungry, and we paid £45 for a burger, didn't we?
Yeah.
The only place that serves food after 12 o'clock in Tenby, apparently, are those two were pulling shapes up on a dance floor, and we just sat there eating our burger.
45 quid.
It was something like that. Well, it was
must have been
expensive.
a nice
Cost
burger.
us
Crazy.
10 quid to get in.
Yeah.
It was like 10 quid a pint. So we ate our burger, drank our beers, and we dragged them off a dance floor and went then.
Bonkers.
Wow.
Nightmare. I won't be paying 45 quid for any burgers anytime soon.
You do over in Holland anyway. That's
I
just
know, I
that's
don't.
off the vans, that is.
Blimmin' Five Guys. We went to Five Guys when it first opened. Ever been to Five Guys?
Yeah. Five guys.
Holy crap. We had like 2 burgers, 2 chips, 2 milkshakes. It was like 50 quid or something.
I'm not endorsing my diet very well, am I?
No, you're not.
Yeah. You're
Oh,
triggering Rob.
we did play. We played in the Dublin Castle, so I was sweating like a bitch, and so I had a burger after that just because I was hungry,
We've got to.
as you do.
Yeah, you got to.
But I sweated ridiculously.
Yeah, you need. Well, you needed sustenance. That's what it is, Rob.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all,
Sustenance.
especially when you've played through the erection section.
Exactly.
You gotta get those carbs back in you, haven't you?
That was probably most of the gig, really.
Yeah.
Now you're just showing off.
I did wonder when my girlfriend was looking at me funny. She said, your base is sticking out a bit too far.
And it's not your belly, Rob. It's not your belly.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
2 Viagra burgers, please. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Viagra burger.
Lift up my lip.
Oh, all right.
So when's everybody's next gigs then? I know Ian and John said you got a gig coming up very soon.
Saturday.
Yeah. Saturday, yeah, we're playing Bryce Fest. It's massive. When you see the stage that they put up, I mean, it's all cover bands that they have on. And like John says, it's for all the troops and all the families to have a big blowout. And they let local bands go on and do like something original bands on. So I just kind of got in touch with the guy and blagged him, and they're letting us play first. It's an early slot. And then me and John are just going to ditch the guitars and amps and get pissed. And then after that, we've kind of knocked gigs on the head for a little bit because we only rehearse once a month, really. John flies over from Northern Ireland. So, like you said before, we rehearse, we film all the rehearsals and I stick them on a private video on YouTube, send it to everyone in the band, and everyone rehearses in their own time. So when we do rehearse, we're only just polishing off and finishing touches.
Yeah.
So because we can only rehearse like infrequently, we'd said, right, no more gigs because we're back in the studio in November. Let's just fully focus on album 3. Because as anyone knows, songs kind of evolve and you get into the groove a little bit. I believe the Oasis definitely maybe first attempt at recording the album has just been released. And I've not heard it yet, but people have said you could just tell them songs hadn't bedded in yet. So we're giving ourselves a couple of months to really let the songs bed in, get into the groove room. We've played as many of them live as we can, but it means no live gigs. But I think it'll be worth it once we get the album in the can.
Yeah, that's a hard thing. We all obviously, none of us are. There's no money in it. We all have to work. It's like Ian's down south. I'm in Northern Ireland. Our drummer only gets one Saturday off a month, so when we get together, it's like a full on. Even the day of the gig, we'll smash it for 4 hours and then travel and do the gig, which is fucking insane, really. But because I don't do vocal warm ups, I just do that, and that seems to do the trick. But yeah, it's basically making the most of the time we've got, and being able to say, right, that's it, knock the gigs on the head. Let's fucking focus on getting in that studio and getting it perfect.
It's the right thing to do.
Yeah. Well, it's the only thing you can do, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does anyone really make any money anyway?
We don't, do we, Dave?
Nope. Not a stitch.
Bit of money off Spotify and stuff, but we literally make tens of pence.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Spotify is pretty much a waste of space, to be honest.
Fucking hate it. But yeah,
the problem is you've got to be on there because it's a way of building fans, isn't it? At the end of the day.
But the thing is, you're when you hear of a new band, you go, all right, I'll go and check them out. And I fucking hate the admit I do it, but I go, I wonder how many monthly listeners they've got. But you'll look at it and then you'll see where their streams are coming from, and it'll be fucking Uzbekistan or something. Like, you're paying for that. You know what I mean? I'd rather have a few fucking honest monthly listeners than paying for false.
Well, I heard the other day something that Adele done. Apparently, on her last album, she didn't put anything online for a month, so everyone that listened to her music had actually bought it, a physical copy. She didn't put.
See, that's clever. That's clever. Yeah, because they do, they scam you. And we had a guy in our band, and he was on all these. I think you can get in these groups where you listen to our band and I'll listen to your band, and people just it's not bots, it's real people, but they've got no interest in your band. And he quit the band. He quit the band, so that all stopped. We didn't even know he was doing it. And what we realised is, the fans also like it on your Spotify.
Yeah.
It was all like rap artists and grime artists and stuff like that. because just any random was listening, and the algorithm thought that that's what our fans liked. And when he left and stopped doing that, yeah, the monthly listeners came down, but the fans also like section became bands actually like us. So the algorithm started working in our favour. So it kills you, really. It's not doing you any favours in the long run.
No.
And you can tell a mile off when bands are paying for bots. There's a couple of bands that I follow, and I'll look at the monthly, the amount of streams a song has got, and I'll go back a month later, and the streams will be pretty much the same. I've even screenshotted it to check out some of them, and but the monthly listeners is like 2,000 monthly listeners.
I know.
I'm like, no way, it just wouldn't happen. If you had that many monthly listeners, your song titles would be ticking up as well, and they're not.
Yeah, they would. Yeah.
It's funny how it works in terms of charting as well. So Adam, our singer, is always obsessed whenever everybody's saying anything. So I've got to get it in the charts, even if it's there for 5 minutes. You take the screenshot, you put it all over the promo pages you were at, wherever you were at.
Right.
So his genius plan was to get pre-sales. So he was like, right, I'm going to sell pre-sale bundles where you get the Spotify album saved automatically, you get a physical CD. That way it counts as 2 plays, so you get even more things to post to charts. Give him a vinyl as well. That's a 3rd play. And he was like, what can we do? What can we do?
Don't you have to pay for the...
He tried to bring back cassettes and be like, let's sell bundles of cassettes to people.
Don't you have to pay to register vinyl?
Oh, I don't know. I'll get him. That's his job.
Okay.
But that's the thing. Vinyl's if you get it done properly, and obviously you have to have your stuff then mixed and mastered for vinyl.
Yeah,
preferably for that actual vinyl house, pressing house. But it's fucking expensive if you do it properly, and then you just give it away.
It cost us 1,800 quid for 250 vinyls.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's what we looked at.
But we've gone down because we got like an environmentally friendly song on the album. We've gone down the eco vinyl route, so they're all made out of recycled vinyls.
All the Dell singles then.
Yeah.
Can you eat them after you played them?
Probably.
You can go out and through the window of the sea and fucking kill them.
It's quite good because apparently they said they're all different colors, so everyone's will be individual because they're one exactly the same.
That's cool.
So yeah, it's sort of individual to the person then, but it just costs a lot of money to make them.
Yeah.
And then we had what do they call it? It was a negative response or something. So there was 25 over, so we had to pay an extra 100 quid for those 25. We couldn't give them back.
It's like how do you make money? It's basically if you go out and plan a tour, if you like, you're basically a traveling t-shirt salesman.
Yeah.
And you don't want to make crap Gildan fucking itchy stiff t-shirts that look shit. You want to give people good ones, so you're only making a couple of quid.
Yeah.
But CDs seems to be the big thing. People like CDs.
Yeah.
That seems to be the way to bring some income stream in, so then you can make music videos and buy some more equipment or fucking
bit of promotion,
Yeah, I always buy. Like whenever I see any bands or whatever, I always buy merch and CDs because I know that's the only way they make their money. You know, I used to follow James Toseland when he had his band out, and used to say, you know, even James Toseland, he's a super famous World Superbikes rider and everything, and he'd put a tour on it which would cost him 50 grand. Which he knew he would lose that money, and then he would only make money then on the merch. And he said it took him until the second album before they actually broke even on tours.
Wow!
And I was selling merch. They had to sell say £600 worth of merch every night to be able to break even.
I'm really wondering what Oasis are going to do now that they're back. How much are those tickets going to go for?
Oh, have you seen the prices? I've seen the price for that.
Yeah, 150 quid. 150 quid for standing.
Standing, yeah.
They're going to get
like
I reckon they're going to go up to like 500.
Oh, they've already got tickets for 500. They're like special tickets where you get, I don't know where you sat, but you'll get like a T-shirt and a key ring and something else and a wristband as well, which only you will have.
Key rings and wristbands. We're not doing that. I'm going to phone Adam right here.
Wristbands.
Yeah, a limited edition wristband. I don't know what
He's talking about cassette tapes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wristbands is
I
obvious.
mean, what they
What's-
should do, they should be
What
made out of guitar
sort of
strings.
merch do you guys sell the most of?
CDs.
These.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
We've done all right on t-shirts as well. And like John says, make a couple of quid on a t-shirt. But I like that because if someone buys a t-shirt and we haven't ripped them off on the price, they're a walking advert for the band. And people post themselves in social media and stuff, and we'll always, we'll share it on our page, and it's really good. We also had the idea of start sticking the QR code that takes everyone to our Spotify on CDs. So, people, if they've got it in the car or something and someone sees it, oh, who's this? So it's a band to listen to. QR code's right there. They can just scan it.
Yeah.
So it's just
And
ways
also-
and means of getting stuff out there.
Also, what did you started sticking them on toilet doors in Manchester?
Toilet doors, yeah.
Sat
So-
on the toilet.
Live music venues, go to the toilet, go in the cubicle, and I've got these stickers made where it's picture of the band, Gallagher's Green, the best rock band you've never heard of, and the QR code there. Because I guarantee everyone who's sat on the shitter, they'll have the phone in the hand, and if that's 2 feet in front of them, they'll scan it.
Yeah.
I'm amazed the back of toilet doors hasn't been utilised as a proper advertising space yet, because everyone sits there with a phone in their hand. It's perfect scanning opportunity.
And once they've done the erection section, they're bored. So
And
they're
that's
like,
it. They've got to get that bit out of the way first, haven't they?
But that's
Yeah.
my idea. And if I go in the toilets and start seeing stickers for all your bands, there's got to be one.
Yeah.
Is that you in the erection section while you're in the toilet?
yeah.
Well, Terry had a load of flyers made for the podcast, and when I went to Planet Rock, above all the urinals, they had like little window pockets for putting things in, and there was bands and like whatever they were selling, drinks and all that, and I was sticking all these things in of our flyers, so when people stood there having a pee, they could see and we had a QR code on that as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
So
Wait, do it.
and I had a message off one of the boys saying, because like basically the t-shirt, or you see the backdrop Terry got behind him, that's on the flyer. I mean, he said I felt very unnerving with you two watching me having a piss. I was like, sorry, bud.
But they were easy to make those. We just made them on Canva. Those QR codes. Just write it in
I
Canva.
can't remember why we made ours, to be honest, but it hasn't. I know I'd done one before and it run out.
And run out.
Gentlemen, I'm
Yeah.
very sorry. I'm gonna have to run. So sorry. I've just remembered I have to pick somebody up. But
No worries, mate.
I'm so sorry to leave early.
You said that last time.
Love the music, guys. Both that. So I'll drop you an email and follow, because I'd love to stay in touch and hope to bump into you. And gents, always a pleasure. Thanks for
No worries.
some of
Thanks for coming on.
the subject
Come on
matter
again.
this time.
Nice to see you again, Sam.
Nice to meet you, Sam.
Take it easy, man.
Sam.
Here's Sam.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up in a minute anyway. We've been going on. It was nearly 9:20 by me.
So
8.
So we got Steve with us as well. So while we got Steve, and they were talking about merch, what sort of merch sort of like tempts you when you go to gigs?
T-shirts, CDs. I went to Nosfest, A Priori. I bought their T-shirt. Wicked Jackals, they were the last ones I bought. So these are all bands that need it, even if it goes towards their tank of diesel on the way home. You know what I mean? It's, it goes a million miles for me. Is that and I'm wearing this around now. You know, I wore it down the shop earlier. If people look at it and say, "Who are they?" You know, it sells. It is a marketing tool, really, as we said earlier.
Yeah.
We've done some T-shirts for our first single, because on the album, by every song, there's a little like squiggly like line or something weird to the song. So we've done T-shirts for our first single.
Oh yeah,
Bouncy ball going.
Bounce, yeah,
Nice.
That on the back.
nice.
So it's a bit different,
Yeah,
that's cool.
but apparently that color is the color of the year. So
Is it?
The year, is it?
apparently,
Well, we're nearly to the end of the year now, so
no, I know.
What is it? It's like cerise, is it, or something like that? Or...
What?
It'll soon be Christmas. There you go. I'm the first one to say it.
we need to find out what
Got
it
it
is
in.
for next year.
Yeah.
We need to work on that Christmas song. That'll be our payday.
The gift that
You know,
keeps on giving.
that's what people used to do, didn't they? You don't hear the Christmas songs coming out anymore.
Yeah.
No,
Bands
all
need
the
to-
same- all the
bands
same
need to
stuff,
do
isn't
them
it?
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'd always release the cover at Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we first done The Power of Love, and then last Christmas we done The One and Only.
That's Chesney Hawks. That's it.
Which was quite funny. It was light-hearted, It was just so nothing really. We just.
That's good. Yeah, we definitely need Christmas songs coming back because I'm a bit bored of Slade now.
Yeah.
Slade can't beat a bit of Slade at Christmas, man.
Oh, I know.
I bet they're not bored of cashing them checks, though.
No, they definitely ain't. Do they?
Definitely not.
Not Mariah
Definitely
Carey
not.
either. She's the same.
You get a Christmas song, you've absolutely nailed it. You can just put your feet up.
Yeah.
Sings of Darkness. Isn't it?
Yeah, bells end. Yeah.
I've heard a few songs that have just been released in, summer or whatever, and I've listened to them, and I've thought, if you just changed a few words on that and put a few, bells and whistles in it, that could be a Christmas song.
Yeah.
And you just made it for life then. The money would be coming in. It's just an opportunity missed for some people. I was like, you're 99% there. Swap a few words around and you're sorted.
Yeah.
What was that one Christmas song? Was it the JCB song or something like that? Was it? Remember that?
I don't know. Who sang it?
Is that Sheeran?
Just a solo artist. He did a song about riding. It was one at Christmas, and
I'm vaguely remembering it. Yes, I do remember that now.
it was just because of the way it was played and all that, and of the mood at the time of year. It sold. Like you say, you change
massive,
it, and it
got people
sells.
talking.
It sells.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Got to be done. So you could change the ball to a bauble, Rob, on your T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yes. There you
You got
go.
a Christmas T-shirt as well.
Yeah.
Copyright that, David.
I don't know how Black Heart's gonna work on a T-shirt though. If it's a black T-shirt.
Oh, you can have black on black. You can have black
Green
on black.
T-shirt.
Can't
Have a pink
black on
T-shirt, Dave.
you? Yeah. Black
Just,
on black.
just buy really cheap black T-shirts and just tell people there's a black heart on there. Trust me, bro.
Holding it up to like the lights and stuff.
It's definitely there.
Yeah, once you wash it a few times, you'll see it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I guess if you just put a shiny black heart on there on a sort of matte sort of finished T-shirt,
Yeah.
that'll work.
Yeah, that's
That's
it.
pretty
isn't it?
cool, actually.
That's it.
Yeah. Colour of the year, Rob.
That's it. So what's we miss Sam, but what's your next gig again, Rob? Or when?
I was next week at Nine Valley Rock Festival,
Okay.
which looks pretty good. There's a lot of prog bands there though,
Okay.
so but we'll just tuck in our long ones. You'll probably fit in with the prog stuff then.
Yeah.
I think. But it's a 3-day festival. It is, and there's a lot of bands playing on there. There's another band called Autumn, something.
Killers.
End of Autumn, I think they're called.
Okay.
It's the Autumn Killers cover band.
I don't know. Have you? That's a good point as well. So I remember somebody was covering Toby Jepson stuff because I'm a massive Jepson fan, and I haven't mentioned him yet tonight. I've been pretty behaved. Have you guys ever heard anybody covering any of your stuff?
No, but I always said one of my goals was to watch a crowd sing our songs back. And at our first gig after COVID, there were people in the crowd, total strangers, singing the songs back.
Yeah.
Blew my mind. That was amazing. That was like a special moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good though.
Yeah.
It's
cover
the
bands,
ultimate
man.
compliment, isn't it? If someone is covering one of your songs, that is the ultimate, absolute ultimate compliment.
Yeah.
I've always said, whenever I hear a song, I've got a 2-stage test of if it's a band that I love and they bring a new song out, I ask myself, if I'd never heard of this band before, would I still love it? Because some bands get comfortable and start releasing turkeys, don't they?
Mm.
And the other one is, if would a cover band play this song in a pub? And if the answer is yes, it's a fucking cracker of a song then.
Yeah.
Fair play.
I think a good sign as well of a good song is when the person hasn't heard the song before and they're singing it by the end of the song.
Yeah.
We had that in the Ferry in Preston.
Preston, yeah, we did. It was weird, yeah, it was good. There's girls at the bar. I think it was Cut Right Into Me, John, or Here With Me, one of them two. And
I think it was Here With Me because we hadn't recorded it yet.
yeah, and she's singing away, like got into it by the second half of the song, and I was like, there's no way on earth you can know this fucking song. We was about 45 miles away from where we kind of normally base ourselves. Wasn't really advertised that much, and it was busy. It was a busy venue, and she was there, got the groove of the song and was singing it. A very, very special moment, that.
Yeah, we had the same a couple of weeks ago when we played in the Dublin Castle. One of the new tracks off the album, "Work It Out." They started singing it on the last chorus, and I was like, "Whoa, this is cool."
Yeah,
it's
Nailed
it. Man.
Nailed it.
It's good. It is good.
Yes.
Cool.
All right then. Well, thanks for joining us, lads.
Yeah, it's been. I think it's
Thanks
been
for
our
having
best
us,
one so far because
Thanks for the invite.
Very positive.
yeah, it's all worked, doesn't it?
Yes, nice.
Can I just say something? When I was trying to log in and I was late logging in, I logged in and Rob was on the screen. And I went, "Why is Andy Cairns from Therapy being fucking interviewed? What link have I been?" I thought it was Andy Cairns from Therapy. I was like, "Why the fuck have I been sent this link? Who's?" And I kept coming out of it and going, "Oh no, right, there's Ian. Right, okay, we're good." Yeah. So that's a compliment. He's a cool dude. That's a compliment.
Yeah, I'll take that.